Yeah, buddy. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Unapologetic Sports. It's your favorite Uncle Lee Ice. And I got my partner in crime, my brother from a different mother. It's the Fly Guy. What is up, Fly Guy?
What's up, Lee Ice?
Oh man, I'm loving it. You know why. Loving
Don't
it.
don't even
Loving
say
it.
nothing. It'll be
Loving
coming up in
it.
a few minutes. Yeah,
Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. How's your day going?
yeah, good. Real quick before we do our normal stuff where we, introduce us real quick. Just quick thanks to everyone that tuned in and everybody that came on last week for our special goat show. Shout out to my dad and normal cast characters, and then your guy, your buddy that had the balls to come on here and defend LeBron. I know you go back and forth with a bunch of people, and he was the one to come on here and do it. So good for him. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick.
Yeah, man. Thank everybody for tuning in the last week's show and everybody being a part of that show. That show was probably the best show we ever had. I mean, and it still wasn't finished. We might have to
No,
do a part two, Thank you for our Sideline Junkie podcast brothers coming on, you know, the Midnight Rider, the big guy KG, everybody being a part of it. We loved it, man. Mama Sweeney checking in.
well,
She's there.
something might have happened yesterday, which we're going to talk about in I don't know
Oh,
2 3
oh
minutes.
yeah.
That might have already changed. Maybe mess with somebody's legacy or not. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. What you do today?
nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just prepare for the show.
Just ask me what I did today.
What did you do today?
I did it like a little house cleaning. I did a little dusting,
Oh,
did a little
just
mopping,
mopping.
and got my OKC on. Did a little sweeping too.
Oh, did you do a little sweeping?
Did a little sweeping.
Oh,
Ah,
do a little sweeping.
Again, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show and thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing whatever you're going through. Hard day at work, hard day at the office, sitting at home, nothing to do. The dog won't play with you. Your goldfish just staring at you. The cat don't want to be bothered. Your kids getting on your nerves. Come chill with us for this hour. I say about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I promise you, you will be entertained. Are you ready, Fly Guy?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. What you got?
Got my blue one today.
Mm-hmm.
The logo's pretty much gone.
Let's go. Let's get it started.
Now
What's on the agenda, baby?
I was gonna lead with what we just mentioned, but I noticed your hat and I got mine on too. So let's go ahead and lead with this. So the Washington Wizards got the number one pick of the draft, and most people think this is who they're going to take. We'll actually talk more about this when Josh comes on a little later. So actually, we should just plug that real quick. Josh will be on 7:15. Matty Ice will be on at 7. We'll do Puck U and Basketball 101. We got a lot of playoffs to talk about. Obviously, a lot of stuff since we didn't really do a regular show last week. We got a lot of different things to catch up on.
Playoffs? Don't talk about
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
playoffs. You
I
kidding
know, but
me?
we got to talk about it.
Playoffs?
Yeah, it's that time.
Hey,
But
man,
real quick, let's just get thoughts on the Wizards getting the first pick.
I was actually driving with my god sister's husband, so I guess that's like my brother-in-law, and she calls, right, and she was like, "Keep your fingers crossed," and we was like, "What are you talking about?" She's talking about the lottery, draft lottery, and so then she hung up, and then about 4 minutes later, she called back. She's like, "They got the number one pick." I said, "Who got the number one pick?" The Wizards, because last year she called me. She was like, "Did you see that bullshit?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" The Wizards dropped. I think they dropped it all the way down to 6 or something when
Yeah.
they had like the second chance to get it. So this organization really needs this, and I hope they draft the right person. like I said, we'll talk more with Josh,
Yeah.
our basketball guru. He'll get a more in-depth thing on who they should draft and why they should draft them. But right now, the guy that you just saw, AJ from Utah, he seems to be the pick, but I think Utah Jazz, AJ from BYU, Utah Jazz really wants him because he's a hometown boy. But like I said, we get more into that when Josh
Yeah,
comes
when
on
Josh comes on.
and talk basketball one-on-one. So, but yeah, great job. DC has something to finally feels something excited for basketball, professional basketball. I'm wearing my Wizard stuff. I'm always rooting for them. I remember when they won their last championship, their one and only championship. I think I
Yeah.
was 10 no, I was 9. And
I was not even
you wasn't
thought
even
of. I
born.
wasn't even thought of. Wasn't even a. My
It
dad
was
probably
called
was.
Bullets Fever. Ask your dad about it. Everybody had Bullets Fever.
All
Hopefully
right.
that can come back.
All right. So we'll talk more about that with Josh. Another thing we're going to cover with Josh, but of course we got to get your thoughts on it. Oh no, not that one. Oh, wrong one. Too many sweeps going on. Wait, hold on. There we go. That one.
Oh, look at that. Right
This is
out
what I was
there with
looking
the
for. There we go.
dirt.
Yeah. I was watching it last night, and when it was getting close, because like I like when you watch a game and you don't have a team or anything, you just want it to be close. But for this specifically, I was hoping they lost, and it was kind of they lost because he missed a shot towards the end. So go ahead, give your thoughts on it.
Hey, man. All I'm going to say is goats don't get swept. At least not 4 times. This is the
Yes,
4th
4
time that he's gotten swept in a 7-game series. And people, oh, Jordan got swept. Jordan got swept. Jordan got swept.
early
Only
on
twice.
though. Yeah.
Only twice. But they won 7-game series. Which means, I think he got swept twice by Boston. 3-0. 3-0 is different from 4. You have 4 chances to win a game. 2 at home. When you're playing in a 5-game series, you're only going to get that one chance if you don't win. So, but yeah, it was great. I mean, they were celebrating because they beat Houston, and it was like, oh, this makes him the GOAT. And I was like, he won a first-round series. Really? Are y'all really celebrating because he got out the damn first round? But justice was served last night. Justice was served.
It's just
I
good.
saw
It's
a
just
buddy
good
of
timing.
mine
It's good
in the
timing with
grocery.
everything. It's just good timing with everything we got going on, and then because we going into
Yeah.
our show, there was a chance that they could have lost, like the Rockets could have made a comeback, but they didn't. And then after that show, then they ended up getting swept in the next series, which
Uh-huh.
I don't think anybody
So,
expected them
Terry,
to
if you
win. But
watching, your boy got swept, I want you to come back on and explain that. Oh, he's 41 years old. He's in his 23rd season. And then Luka. But he's the GOAT, right? If you're the GOAT, you can't win one game. You can't lead your team to one victory. Come on, man.
all
But
right,
I loved it.
yeah, well,
Oh, I was.
real quick before we move on, get your
Mhm.
thoughts on this. Is just a rumor, but it's a heavy rumor. So, what do you think he's done, or what do you think?
Are you serious? The drama queen of drama queens. All right, this is how it's going to play out, right? LeBron, are you coming back next year? I don't know. I'm going to go home. I'm going to sit down with my family,
I think he already said that,
and
didn't he?
we're going to talk about it, and we'll see. LeBron comes back. LeBron, are you staying in LA? I don't know. I'm going to discuss it with my family, and he's going to drag this shit out. Him and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, God. I don't know who's worse, man. But he's going to drag it out, and he's going to come back because he loves the attention, man. He is not leaving without a farewell tour. All right, he's not. And I think he's gonna get booed during the farewell
Okay.
tour.
All right, we'll do a little. We got one more thing on basketball, then we'll cover the rest of the basketball with Josh. We actually got some decent amount of football stuff to talk about, so I'm looking forward to that. But my mom said, "What did you think of Dylan Brooks?"
I love it. I love the petty, man. I love the. Did you see him sitting under the court just smile? He was under the basket just
Oh
smiling.
yeah. I did
There
see
was
that.
no way he was. He just went there because he knew they was getting swept. that was that had to be one of the greatest things ever.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff going on in sports. Obviously, the
Hmm.
WNBA just started their season. I actually watched the whole. I'm officially jumping on the bandwagon because again, it's better when you have a team to root for. So I'm officially a Fever fan. It's okay to be a bandwagon fan in the WNBA because what 95% of the fans of the WNBA are bandwagon fans. So
Yeah.
I'm following the Fever on my ESPN app. I'm getting alerts. I watched almost the entire game. So I'm all in on that. It was fun to watch that. Like I said, we got some stuff.
She's much see TV, man. She is. I mean, Caitlin Clark brings.
And I
But
keep track of Angel Reese and what's going on. And I keep I've been following the WNBA for since Clark got there. But now I'm officially because I was watching the game and like I was reacting to them missing shots. I was like, might as well just go all in. I don't want to buy any merchandise
I'm
or anything, but
I'm watching the Mystics this year too, man. I like their squad. I think they got a chance at the playoffs. So,
all
but
right.
yeah,
So we got some big football stuff to talk about. Obviously, we know what's coming Thursday, but the biggest news in the NFL is the first picture of Josh Allen's new baby was released for Mother's Day. So that's Josh Allen's new baby's hand. They've not for some reason they don't ever released any pictures. So I'm assuming they're gonna do like a big People magazine thing reveal and get paid. I don't know, but that's all they've shown of the baby. I just thought that was funny. I could do that,
is it a
but no,
girl, boy? What is it?
it's a girl. Yeah, it's a girl.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't released a name. They haven't released anything.
Oh,
They
no
keep it.
name yet?
No, they won't even announce the name yet.
Can't be
But I
Josh.
Yeah, but obviously the big news, and again, I didn't make this graphic. This is straight from the NFL. The schedule's coming out. Who's who's the top guy? I didn't make that. That's officially from the NFL Twitter or whatever I got it from. This is their official thing for the NFL schedule release. So the schedule's coming out Thursday. Obviously, we know who the face of the NFL is, but judging by that picture. Um, and then there's already been a couple leaks, so we'll cover them. So the first Sunday night game was leaked actually today. So it's going to be Broncos Chiefs. I guess the NFL is expecting Mahomes to be ready to give a disposition. And even Bo Nix is I just saw on a show he's still having surgeries.
That's what
So
I'm saying. He might
yeah.
not be. He might not be there.
So we can get a Sunday night football with two backup quarterbacks.
That's the
Again,
Sunday night game. That's
that's
the
the
Monday
first
game.
that's the first Sunday. Oh no, it's right. I'm sorry, it's
It's
the first
Monday.
Monday game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll cover the Sunday game in a minute because I got a little few thoughts on that. But yeah, this was announced today, the Monday night football game. And then they also announced I think if I have it. I don't have it. So what the Australian game, which is on Friday in Australia, but going to be Thursday night for us. I don't have it pulled. It's my fault. I think it's the Rams and the Niners. That's what it is. Yeah. So that's Friday morning in Australia, Thursday night for us.
Thursday night for us. Friday
Right.
morning for them.
Yeah. And then because of that, the normal Thursday night, which is the champions doing the flag or doing the banner, that's going to be Wednesday night, which they haven't announced who the Seahawks are playing.
The first game is going to be on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, so the Wednesday night, I had this whole big discussion with my dad because he was like, "Don't you have a show? You don't know this?" It's like I didn't know they were doing all this crap. Yeah, I didn't know.
Me either.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
so Wednesday night is the Seahawks versus whoever for the banner. Thursday night in Australia, Rams, Niners.
Oh, so
Uh,
that's the first game in Australia.
yeah,
Wow.
and then so we got this Monday night, and then I wanted to get your take on this. So last year's Sunday night game. Josh Allen, reigning MVP, Buffalo Bills, one of the favorites to win the AFC against the Baltimore Ravens, the 2023 MVP, another favorites to win the AFC. Sunday night football, two of the top quarterbacks, and this year we get this.
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
know it's New
Yeah.
York City and Dallas, but come on, really?
Mhm. Oh
This is a
yeah.
Sunday night game.
Mm. I mean, it's trust me, you're gonna hear about this later. It's ridiculous. I mean, and
Two teams that aren't even didn't even make the playoffs.
I was telling a Cowboy fan today, I said, y'all are going to play a Sunday, a Monday, or a Thursday to open the season. Because Jera has to make sure the world sees his Cowboys. Okay? And it's ridiculous because they are a bum ass squad that ain't won shit in over 30 years. But yet the NFL falls for Jera and his bullshit every single year. How is this a highlight matchup?
Not only a highlight, this. I mean, besides the team that wins the Super Bowl and gets the Thursday, well, now Wednesday game, this is the game. This is the game of the opening week. Like I said last
Mhm.
year, obviously everybody knows I'm a Bills fan, but I just described it. It was the reigning MVP versus the year before
How you
MVP.
gonna hype
Uh,
this game up?
John Harbaugh. I mean, that's I don't.
Wow, John Harbaugh. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, to me, I mean, okay, he might make the Hall of Fame, but is he really like the coach out here? No.
no, I know. It's just again, I know I said something to my dad about it. He's like, "Oh, the markets." It's like that's fine, but I don't know. As a
It's
fan, this
sickening,
is
man.
this is silly.
Yeah, it is silly. Very silly. Jera. That's Jera, man. He keeps the boys in the loop.
I mean,
Even though they
at least if it was the Eagles, right? I mean, at least the Eagles, they won the division last year. They won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. But they're playing the Giants, a team that's bottom of the barrel that may or may not be okay this year because they have Harbaugh or whatever. But this matchup is meaningless and pointless. And to get this spot, that's why I kept saying the Broncos game was the Monday night game, Sunday night game, because that makes more sense. Chiefs try to come back and reclaim their division or the AFC in general.
return to
Bronco, yeah,
Mahomes, the
turn
return
Mahomes.
to Bo Nix,
Yeah, the Broncos
Denver,
think that if Bo Nix didn't
who
get hurt, they
yeah,
would
they
have
could have went to the
went to
Super Bowl.
exactly. This
How do you
is
like that?
two non-playoff teams that are forced down our throats.
Yeah,
There you go.
because of
No,
Jeremy.
no Malik Neighbors. So there you go. I said that right?
What's up, kid?
All right.
That's my
So
job to lead.
and we got one more game that's been leaked. The real game that everyone cares about.
Oh, it must be a Buffalo.
So this is the official Amazon Prime Thursday game. So this will be week 2, but this will be the official launch of Thursday Night Football because they haven't announced how they're doing the Australian game. So, uh,
Okay.
kind of a random game. I mean,
That's at
whatever.
the new stadium.
That's to be the first game of the new stadium. So
Okay.
Buffalo's week 1 will be on the road, and I'm assuming the last time they did this, they had a Buffalo played Thursday night in the second week. They played like the Cardinals on the road in like week 1 at like 1 o'clock. So I'm assuming Buffalo's opener for week 1 is going to be just like a throwaway, like Jets on the road or
The
something.
Jets. The
Yeah,
Jets. Yeah.
something like that.
Jets or Miami.
Yeah. So Buffalo hosting Detroit Lions. Um, unless again we got a ways till we get to football, but I like this matchup. I think Buffalo win this at home, so I don't have a problem with it. And I know people don't like the prime and don't like the stuff. I have all that stuff, so it doesn't bother me. I don't care where it is. I'm gonna watch it. So I'm just glad I have the ability to watch, even without Sunday ticket, just the options to be able to watch Buffalo games in general. I mean, I could never watch Buffalo games back in the day, unless because they sucked and they were never on TV. Now, even if I don't buy the ticket, they get 5, 6 primetime games almost every year, and they get a couple of the game of the week games too. So,
Yeah.
all right, so we
As
got a few
long as
things.
number 17 is there.
All right, and before we move on to flying high and deep freeze, I got one thing I want to get your thoughts on. We got a few comments. Uh, NFC East best division in football this year. I don't know about that, but it could be more competitive this year. I think all 4 teams have potential to be.
It depends on the Giants.
Yeah,
Everybody's hyping the Giants, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't think that's a good fit. I don't think Harbaugh's a good fit in New York.
And then so he's got a few more. Let's see.
But it'll be between the Eagles and my Commanders. Bills got this easy like what they
What they did
did
in the
in the second.
secondary on defense, they got a replacement for Milano, and they got an edge rusher. I like Keon and Skylar Bell. Yeah, I like a look, and they're still shit. Milano's hasn't been signed, so he could come back cheaper. So who knows? There's some things.
I hope y'all play my man Keon, man.
Well, they've already come out and said, it's a clean slate for Keon. It's like hitting a reset button. He's going to get a fair share. I don't know. I mean, DJ Moore coming in, he's going to be the receiver one. Khalil Shakir will be the slot guy, and then then the receiver two, receiver threes. Between Keon and between was it Walker? It's PJ Walker. Is that right? I think that's right. The
Who
guys
is
they
it,
got from
Khalid?
huh?
Rank us out, Khalid.
And
He'll
then and
know.
then and then they got Skyler, the guy they just drafted. So yeah, I mean the I got high hope. I have high hopes every year since Josh has been great, but I think that they'll be right where they always are, win 11, 12, 13 games and be in the division round and hopefully get over the hump and get to the championship game and finally win the goddamn thing. So and like I said, I want to get your thoughts real quick. I just saw this
Okay.
right before I think I was like getting ready to start getting set up and I saw this pop up. I believe he did an interview and mentioned this. How do you feel about this? It's
I
not.
love
It's
it.
a.
I
It's
love
a.
it.
It's a
I
rumor,
love
and
it.
apparently
He
he's
just
mentioned
can't
because
he can't wear number 8 because that's Marcus Mariota. We can put a 1 in front of that 8. But yeah, come home, man. We should have drafted him in 2000 15?
yeah,
Yeah,
he was fifth
15
in
or
the fifth
16.
round.
Yeah, we should have drafted him then. If he wants to come home, bring him home. It just gotta I would have to have a huge babysitter with him because he likes to get in trouble. He
See,
likes to get in trouble.
Mom. I'm a professional. I'm building it up. I got the picture ready. I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm
I would
professional.
sign him. I would sign him. Yes. He wants to be, yes. He would, him and Terry, yeah, 2 veteran receivers to go with JD5. Yes, I love it.
All right, so we are going to go to check the comments again. Let's see. It's got a lot of Buffalo thoughts. Yeah, I know we got good tight ends. Hopefully, uh, what's it? Kincaid takes the next step. That
Buffalo does?
yeah, I mean we
You talking
got
about Buffalo tight end?
Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid was a first round pick who was more of like a hybrid receiver tight end that has been good, but not first round what they thought. But so hopefully he's been a little better each year. Hopefully he takes that next step to that. I don't know why everything got changed around. Oh, maybe that's why. Okay. All right. So let's go to. Let's see. You would have to convince me on that, Lee Ice. Oh, so I guess. Oh, so this is about Diggs. The Midnight Rider said it's a no. You don't want it.
I mean, he produces everywhere he goes.
Well, did you
He's
see the?
produced everywhere he goes.
Did you see the
He
story that
came
him
off
and
an ACL last year, right?
yeah,
Had a
but
good season. Had a very good season.
But do we think that one of the reasons he was let go from the Patriots was the drama at the Super Bowl, right? With him breaking up with Cardi B like in the middle of the Super Bowl? Well, they just got back together. So,
Yeah, I saw the video.
all right. So we got
Hey
Matty
man,
Ice waiting in the
that's
wings.
okay what he does off the field. Come here, give me 60 catches and 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. I'm happy. And I think he can produce more than that.
All right. So let's do Flying High. I got a new Flying High background that I've been saving since we've been talking football.
That
Oh,
looked too much like a Philadelphia
yeah.
Eagle.
There we go. Is that better? Look at my
That's
Buffalo
much better.
Flying High. All right. So we'll do a real quick Flying High. Let's see. We got Matty in the wing for Puck You. Well, I'll save this one for last since it leads into Puck You. So first on my Flying High is the Wizards. I know we talked about it earlier. We'll talk about it again later on with Josh, but they got the number one pick. They made some moves. I think they made some moves like hoping they would be in this position, right? Bringing in Anthony
Mhm.
Davis and bringing in who they brought in. So they got it. So hopefully they make the most of it. I enjoy watching basketball. I want to be able to root for the Wizards because I don't have any attachment to any team. The Nationals, I'm not a baseball guy, so I don't care. Hockey, whatever. But I like basketball, so I want to be able to root for the Wizards, but they're so bad. Like, you can't, like, how can you? It's different in football. If your team's bad, it's only 16 games. But if your team is bad in like baseball or basketball, like, what are you supposed to do? So I just hope they're good. I can, uh, so it's real quick on. He's 2 years removed from a knee injury. It's a maybe. Okay, we'll talk about Diggs more next
Diggs?
week. I guess he was good last year with the injury. So all right, and then my next flying high. Right. So this is what this graphic was for. I got the Knicks. The Knicks are setting records and sweeping teams and beating people's ass more than teams have been beaten. Like, they set a record of like 3 or 4 games or whatever, 25 plus points or whatever.
They are flying real high. I mean, they out there.
And I think no matter who wins, because they play the Pistons or the Cavaliers, right? That's who they play. They got to be favored.
I mean, somebody on this show picked the Knicks to go to the finals. I mean,
who was that? Maybe we'll talk about that when Josh comes in. And my last flying high is the Hurricanes, and then we'll have Matty Ice touch on that a little more. But they haven't lost a playoff game, so they played 8, they've won 8, and now they're just chilling, waiting for the next team. So
I want to ask Matty about how good are the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and I want to ask him about how my Sabres are falling off. So I mean, not my Sabres, but all right. So now it's that time. That's I think maybe we'll feel a little draft coming in.
Get it out. Come on in, everyone. Come on in.
And I think
you probably don't want to come on in.
I think you hinted to it earlier.
I'm gonna close the door real tight. I'm gonna start off with what we talked about.
So you kind of hinted to it. What something was coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready. There you go.
Yeah. What the F is that, man? What the F is that? I'm not gonna say the whole word because Mama Swingy is watching. But what the freak is that? Whoever put the schedule together, this shit together, you go in the freezer. I'm tired of seeing Dallas prime time opening night, and they ain't won shit in 30 years. You know when the last time they didn't open up on prime time? 2020. Okay? 12 out of the last 17 years, Dallas has opened up on prime time. Can someone please tell me why? Am I missing something? Why do the Dallas Cowboys have to open the season up every year on prime time? They are horrible, okay? No more Cowboys. And then you put them against the Giants.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those are the Eagles. Even it was the Commanders because you're expecting a bounce-back season. You got Jaden Daniels. There's a rivalry history there. I mean, there's a rivalry with all the teams.
Giants.
But the Giants of all the teams.
Giants.
It's Harbaugh, man. I'm telling you, it's Harbaugh.
Second going in the freezer, NBA for not suspending Wemby. Wemby should not be playing tonight.
Yeah, we'll talk about that with Josh. Yeah,
he should not be playing tonight. You can go to another man's house, assault him in his throat, and not get fined and not get suspended. That's some bullshit. If I am the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, Wemby, you get no layups and you get no rebound. I mean, no layups and no dunks. Other people going in the freezer. The NCAA college basketball for adding more teams to the tournament. I mean, how many we want to add? Let's go. Let's make it 100. Why not? Let's put 100 teams in it. Why not? We should. That's where it's going. Then we talked about him. I talked about him. Aaron Rodgers. Do I need to say anything about him? Do I really need to say anything about him? Aaron Rodgers. You know why you're in the freezer. Everybody know why you're in the freezer. Put the Steelers in the freezer, too, for dealing with this bullshit. And last but not least, I love this. Oh, you crying-ass baby, crying-ass LeBron James fans. All of y'all, pile y'all asses up and get in the freezer. He's 41. They're the best team. We didn't have Luka. Shut the F up and get your ass in the damn freezer. That's it.
All right. So real quick before we go to break and we bring on Maddie on. So we got Midnight Rider. It's called TV ratings. That's a tradition. New York Dallas has been an opener about 8 times. That's fine. I'm all for ratings. Again, I only because he's all around me and I'm looking at him. You don't think if the home opener was Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes, it wouldn't do big ratings? There's plenty of games that I'm pretty sure the Ravens Bills last year set some kind of record, or it was close. I mean,
I'm sorry, Midnight
I know they
Riders.
do big ratings, but that
Giants
should be the only
Dallas is
reason.
not. Just say Dallas Cowboys. Just leave the Giants off. There ain't no damn. Everybody watching the damn Giants. Come on, man.
And then I think he wanted us. I'm guessing he's talking about the. He said this when we were talking about the Giants. He wants a prediction already for the Giants Cowboys game. I mean, that'll be. We'll do. We'll do a big prediction show in a few months. But
28-28.
that's a good answer. All right, and then a little preview for Basketball 101. I don't even know when you said that, what you were ranting about, but he said, "Oh well, this guy." So, all right, so we will be
All
right
right,
back.
coming. We're gonna take a break, and coming up is Puck You. Gotta love the title. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. He's a smooth operator.
I'm not singing. I'm not singing on the show. That's where I draw the line.
Maddie's intro is so quick. I had to hurry up and get the thing ready, get the background ready, get the.
I know you ain't got much time on that one.
Last
The
time
one
I
and
had
only
I forgot it
Maddie
was so
Ice
short.
joins us for Puck
What's up,
You.
fellas?
What's up, Maddie?
How you guys
Put
doing?
it up. There you go.
Whenever I do it, it always just goes right to blank because I got the background, you know.
I've had music on for you before, but we could get in trouble with that. So we got this soundbite that was already in the studio. So I'm gonna play this the entire time you talk.
Y'all didn't like my sting?
That's loud.
No,
I
I'm
have to
not
scream
gonna
over
play
that. Hey, real quick before we get going the hockey stuff, I want to give you guys some love because that show last week was awesome. I'm not even a huge basketball fan. You know, like I kind of lost my interest in basketball around time when Magic retired. Just I don't know why. Just kind of fell out of love with it and haven't been able to get back into it yet.
I think a
But
lot of
that
people
show
would.
that
I mean,
show last week you guys did was amazing. Like I put in the comments and it's totally got that vibe. It was Coming to America, the barbershop. It's like the vibe of all of you guys talking in there was just chef's kiss. Great show, guys. Great show.
Thank you.
So, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, man. So there's a lot of hockey to cover. We haven't had you on in a while. We had the basketball show and all that, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Before you get to my Sabres, since I just teased this, and Lee Ice wants to know how good is this team, and are they the favorite to win the Stanley Cup?
They're probably still not the favorite. I still put Colorado ahead of them just because of how well Colorado played in the season. And in fairness, Ottawa and Philly were probably the two easier of the opponents that Carolina could grab. But still, 8-0 in the first two rounds is still 8-0. They're the first team since 1985 to win the first 8 games since the Edmonton Oilers, who won the Cup that year. They are the first team in NHL history to sweep the first 2 series. Teams have won 8 in a row from the start, but the NHL used to do best 3 out of 5. So since they went to the 4 out of 7 format, which was about the early 200s that they went to this format and they've stayed with it, Carolina is the only team to sweep the first 2 series in the NHL history. What does that mean? We'll see. They're going to have anywhere from 9 to 12 days off, depending on what happens in the Montreal Buffalo series. That's a long time to not be playing. So we'll see what the break does to them in regards to being able to keep it going.
Okay.
Does rust do hockey players? Do they get rust like basketball players? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think too much rest. You know, the coaches always talk about that. I mean, it seems like Carolina swept their first series, so they had 7 days off before the series with Philly started, and they came out of the gates flying. So, you know, I trust Coach Rod will have whatever system, and he even talked about this. He's like, what we did obviously in between series 1 and series 2 worked, so I think that's their plan. I know he gave them 2 or 3 days off right off the get go, and then they'll come in and start practicing and getting the team ready for whichever team they'll play, which will either be Montreal or Buffalo.
All right. I think they're playing now, right? So Sabres are down 2-1.
Yep. That game is going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm learning a lot with you being, you coming on here and me watching playoffs and stuff because of the show. I know the Sabres were the number 1 seed, but they're already down 2-1. So should I be worried or?
Yes and no. I mean, can Buffalo win this series still? Absolutely. But if you're a Buffalo fan, what you're probably worried about more so than anything is Montreal's offense hadn't really gotten going. They struggled through the Tampa Bay series. Even in game 1, Alex Lyon played really well for Buffalo and shut Montreal down. But Montreal has found their offense. They've scored 11 goals in these last 2 games. And that's it's not only scary for Buffalo, that's scary for whoever they play next, which would be Carolina, because Montreal finding their offense is not a good thing. Alex Lyon was playing incredible, but gave up 11 goals these last 2 games. So no surprise, Buffalo is switching it back up. They're going to go back to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen tonight in goal for them.
Hold on. Say that name again. Say it again.
Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
You nailed it the first time.
It's a great one, right? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. It's just a great Finnish name. So, and he played game 1 in Boston series, did okay, struggled in game 2. That's when they went to Alex Lyon, but he's got good history against Montreal. He did beat them in Montreal earlier this year. But Montreal's just young. Buffalo's really young. This is their first time being in it. Montreal's only experiences from last year when they won a series and then lost to Washington. So, we'll see how this goes for them too. You got 2 young teams, so I wouldn't count Buffalo out of it. They definitely have enough talent to get themselves back into this. Tuck's a phenomenal player. Tage Thompson, they've got horses that can lead them back. It's just, can they get the goaltending now that they need a big game from Ukko tonight to win. They got to get back to Buffalo 2-2. They get down 3-1. It's going to be real hard to win 2 games in Montreal. And have to win 3, where 2 of them are going to be in Montreal. That's going to be really tough.
So more heartache for Buffalo, pretty much.
Could be. I mean, yeah, I will say this: even if Buffalo gets out of this series, I think Carolina matches up really well against them because what Carolina does better than any team is they just suffocate teams. Now, Buffalo does have the speed to maybe try to work around that, and so does Montreal, but Carolina just does this amazing job of they have relentless pressure. All 4 lines can put pressure on you. So the moment you touch the puck, they are pressuring the puck. It's something that a lot of teams in the NHL just can't do through 4 lines, where Carolina can, and that's how Carolina continues to wear these teams down. And I mean, 8 games, they've given up 10 goals in 8 games. That's just phenomenal. So it's going to be tough for whoever, but I'm hoping Montreal, Carolina is going to be the much better matchup. But I still think Buffalo can win and still give a team fits because they have amazing speed and they got guys that can bury the puck.
All right, so cover. Sorry, I don't have everything in front of me. So we got two more games going on, right?
Yeah. So then out west, you have what I'm calling the boring series of these 4 series. It's Anaheim and Vegas. There's just not been a lot of flair in that series, and a lot of. Yeah, it's just both teams are kind of, well, one thing is because the Pacific Division was so bad this year, and the Central was by far the best. So the fact that Colorado and Minnesota are having to play each other now in the semis out in the West, it's kind of, I think everyone believes is going to be the Western Conference Finals, because whoever wins between Colorado and Minnesota, they should steamroll Anaheim and Vegas. Neither team just has a lot of speed. Anaheim's kind of up and coming, similar to Buffalo, but I don't think they have quite the weapons that Buffalo has. And they haven't gotten the goaltending that Buffalo has either. So, but the big series is Colorado, Minnesota, but Colorado's up in that one 3-1 right now. They won a big game last night that was tight. And Colorado really honestly dominated the game. They deserved to win the game, but Minnesota was hanging in there. It was a tie game, and then they got Colorado got 1, and then they got 2 empty netters. So the final score was 5-2, but realistically it was a 3-2 game. So Colorado's up in that one 3-1, but that's ultimately the favorite. They've been the best team all year. They're just loaded with offense. Their defense is okay, and that's where it gets questionable for Colorado, is if teams can start burying the puck on them. Will they have the defense and goaltending? But they can score 4, 5, 6 goals a night very easily.
I I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. As hopefully you have it in front of you, you know it off the top of your head. So we do a thing on our Facebook chat when the games go to overtime,
Right.
and we do like this little game. So just go ahead and talk. I'm sure you talk about it on your show, but people, if they watch this, they don't watch your show, don't know what it is. So, and
Well,
I've actually got a point in it, so we
you
can talk
did.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the idea is completely stolen from John Buccigross from ESPN. He does what's called the Bucci Overtime Challenge.
Who
So
watches ESPN anymore?
right. So well, he's by far the biggest hockey guy on there. So I thought for us drive time hosts that we would do it. So we do our version of it, and basically what you just have to do is when a game goes to overtime, you get to pick one player for each team that person's going to score the overtime winning goal. If they do, you get a point. If you don't, then you just go on to the next game. So far, Vic from my show's got 3 points. I think it was Sarah, my son Jared, and Scooter has 2, and then you have 1, I have 1. I think that's it as far as points so far, if I remember correctly.
So my
Brian, you
aspirin,
got one?
I
He
got
did.
one. Yeah. So
He got he
I have my iPad in front of me pretty much 24/7. It's like my phone, but I always have it with me. So I see all the messages that come through on Facebook right away. So I usually participate in it. But what I do is I go on my ESPN app, I look at who starts, I look at who the forwards are, and I pick a name that's played a lot of time and maybe doesn't have a goal yet or maybe has one. And I finally got one
Yep.
right.
You did. You got Jackson. It was the last game with Jackson Blake for Carolina that scored the game winner. So that's a good call on that one because that line's been crazy good for Carolina. The Blake, Logan Stankoven, and Taylor Hall line has been really good. My only one I got right was on the women's side, the PWHL, which I want to bring up that one real quick too.
Oh yeah.
Game 5 is tonight between Minnesota and Montreal in the Professional Women's League. This is their 3rd year. Minnesota has won both of the times before. They're playing Montreal. This series has been phenomenal. Game 5 is tonight. You can see it on either Amazon Prime or YouTube if you want to check some of that out. But the 2 goalies in this series, and Renee Debens from Montreal, who was the goaltender for Team Canada, is going up against Maddie Rooney, who is one of the 3 goalies for Team USA in the Olympics. She did not play this year in the Olympics. She was the backup between the 2 that already played in the series before with Gwyneth Phillips and Aaron Frankel. But Maddie and Renee, they go way back as far as some of these matchups. In game 2 of the series, they went to triple overtime without anybody scoring a goal. In game 4, it was 0-0 going into the 3rd period because these 2 goalies are just lights out. So I expect a low-scoring game tonight. That game starts at 7:30. But if you want to check out how exciting women's hockey has gotten, you might want to see that. Look for that
Is
tonight.
that I'm not being funny or anything. Is that on TV?
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime and YouTube.
Okay. And then real quick for you to get out of here. You had posted in our group, I don't know if it was a week or 2 ago, but the ratings for a specific game and how excited you were for it. Again, I know you've talked about it on your show, but go ahead and tell our audience what this means for hockey.
Yeah, we talked about, going into after the Olympics that it's not uncommon for the NHL to see a bump in the ratings. I was a little concerned about that this year because so many of the big market teams did not make the playoffs. No team from New York, the whole entire New York area made the playoffs. You didn't have Chicago in the playoffs. You didn't have Detroit in the playoffs. So there are a lot of these big market teams that didn't make it, but it hasn't mattered. The first round as a whole, the ratings were up 70% for both ESPN and TNT. And then game 1 between the Canes and Phillies, which was not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before that, it was the most watched game 1. And that's with Carolina and Philadelphia. Carolina, not a big market team. Philly's a little bit bigger, but it's not the Buffaloes that normally carry it. So they had 2.5 for that, and then they followed up on a Tuesday night with 2.3 million. So just really, really good news for the sport of hockey that people, and I think what's been helpful is that the games have all been close. Unlike a lot of these NBA playoff games where you're seeing a lot of blowouts and some duds, like every game is tight going into the 3rd period, and I think that's definitely helped keep people watching the games.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that since you kind of touched on it just now. Is this high scoring or is this just normal for the playoffs? Because I noticed there's a lot of goals.
It's been more than what you usually see,
Okay.
and I think some of that is just because the teams that are around all have guys that can put the puck, can bury the puck. So, I think that's definitely a part of it. And other than Carolina, well, and Vladar for Philly played really, really well. The goaltending has not always, has not been where it's been before, or not been consistent. Carolina's been about the only one that's gotten consistency from Freddie Anderson. Everyone else has had guys that have games where they look amazing and then they just, stink it up the next time.
All right, Leroy, got anything else for Maddie?
No, the world is much smarter when this guy comes on about the world of hockey. So thank you again, Matty Ice.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Always appreciate the time.
Yeah, man. We'll probably have you on. We'll have you on real.
Won't be the last.
Yeah, we'll have you on real soon. That's when we get closer to the. I almost said the final cup, the Stanley Cup.
Yes. Yep. Well, let's see. The next series should start next weekend, not this next weekend coming up, but the weekend after that. Probably we'll see most of the conference finals should be starting up. We'll know who's in there then.
Any particular team, player, goalie flying high in the playoffs right now?
Well, I mean, flying. Brian stole my thunder. Flying high. That was definitely going to be the when you're 8-0, that would definitely be it. As far as players go, the guys that are where's this guy's name? Brett Howden for Vegas has 7 goals. Logan Stankoven has 7 goals for Carolina. So those are the 2 individual players that I would say are definitely flying the highest right now. They're up at the top of the leaderboard as far as goals go. As far as in the freezer, I'll just put the whole city of Philadelphia, because not only did the Flyers get swept, but the 76ers got swept too. So let's put the whole city in the freezer.
And the Eagles got smacked in the first round too.
They did, yeah.
Philadelphia. Matty Ice just put y'all in the freezer.
I was almost kind of rooting against Cleveland last night just so I could watch you put Harden back in the freezer. But these last 2 games, you can't.
He's the only one that's trying to climb his way out. Everybody else is hey, I hit it dead on the head with everybody else.
You have.
All right,
Matty. Thanks again, brother.
All right, guys. Appreciate the time.
See you. Okay.
See you guys.
All right, so we're still waiting for Josh to hop in. He's still not in the lobby yet, but it's actually okay because I missed something that if I'd be mad at myself because I'm the MMA guy. This network doesn't have a whole lot of MMA coverage. Not that I'm necessarily thrilled about this, but it is this Saturday, and I talked about it when it first happened. So the only reason I want to touch about it, though, is the Ronda Rousey fight that's going to be on Netflix.
This the White House joint?
No. This is the Ronda Rousey comeback Netflix fight. The only reason I want to talk about it is because it was first announced, and it was all about Ronda Rousey coming back, Gina Carano coming back. And if you notice at this poster, they're not very prominent, are they? I mean, they're in the middle, and now it's being billed as a triple main event. Nate Diaz's fight and Francis Ngannou's fight is being billed as equal. You know why? Because this is the tickets. There are a lot of tickets left. And the fight is this Saturday. So all that blue you see is all the tickets. And the reason I bring this up is because I'm obviously the MMA guy, but I'm not a big Rousey fan for a lot of different reasons and going on another time. But she's been talking so much trash about the UFC. This will be the most watched fight in the history of MMA, on and on and on. And her billing has been
trying to sell it.
That's fine. But obviously they're not selling it. That's why they've added these guys and made them the focal point. And like I said, these are the ticket sales right before. So
and where's this at? Where's this being held?
I want to say it's either Vegas or LA, but it's at a big does it have the venue on? Oh, I got the banner going. Hold on. Yeah. At the Inuit Dome at Los Angeles, California. So like I said, they booked a huge venue, but
I don't. Inuit Dome. Oh, cool place.
I'm gonna watch it because it's on Netflix, and there's also a UFC fight on, and I'll watch that too. But I don't know. It's for people that they'll call this for casuals. These are names you might know, but they don't fight in the UFC anymore for multiple different reasons. So it's what it is. But I had to talk about it because it's this Saturday.
Okay.
All right. So we got Josh just popped in, so we're gonna take another super quick break, and then we will talk basketball and probably do a little bit of sleeping again.
The HOJ is in the building, y'all.
You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You can put me on airplane mode.
There he is, everybody. The H to the O to the J. Highly opinionated Josh. He came to bring it. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Unc? How you doing? What's up, Fly Guy? Hope all is well, fellas.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thank you for joining us last week.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you guys inviting me, man. You guys put on a great show as always.
Thank you. All right, Lee, this is all you,
before
man.
you
Take,
get
go ahead and
started-
take over.
Before you get started, why the hell is Wemby playing tonight?
He should be playing. Why would he not be playing? Why should he not be playing?
So it's okay to assault someone in their throat, and right?
Should Naj Reed get suspended for him running down the court and he just pushed him in his back for no reason?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if you say that, then yeah, Wemby should be suspended. Listen,
Yeah.
he missed half the game, probably 3/4 of the
Yeah,
game
more than
in the second quarter. So
No.
Listen,
You
first-
gotta set a standard, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna force the referee tonight to swallow his whistle, man. Because you can't call nothing.
But that's what you want in the playoffs. You want the referees to swallow their whistle. That's the
I'm just saying, it's something like a really flagrant foul happened. I mean, I don't know. He should be suspended. I know the NBA don't want their baby face to get suspended, but he has to get suspended.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't think it's about the baby face. I just think it's about the fact that he missed the game. Listen, if the Spurs, okay, so let's say Wemby suspended game 5. Minnesota win game 5, they win game 6. What's the first thing you're gonna say about the Spurs? Spurs ain't had their best player.
But he really did. He did something. He did something.
Yeah. I know. Let's go back to 2016. When we talk about Draymond not being suspended for that game, we talk about him being missing in the deciding game. That's my point. Nobody's gonna add context. Well, yeah, he deserved to be suspended. They're gonna look at it as Minnesota won the series without the San Antonio having their best player in the most important game.
All right. Last question before you get into it. If Draymond Green did the same thing, will he get suspended?
Yeah, because Draymond Green has a track record. Victor Wembanyama doesn't have a track record. That's the difference. I'm not comparing Draymond and Wemby players. I'm comparing situations. What I'm saying is that when Draymond did what he did in 2016, they didn't say, well, yeah, he low blow Steven Adams in the Western Conference Finals twice. They don't say that. They say, man, he missed out in the finals on the most important game. Well, you could say game 7 was most important, but you can't win. If you're down 3-1, 5 and 6 is just as important as 7. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Break down what's going on in the NBA right now.
So, NBA playoffs, we got 2 teams advanced to the conference finals. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they swept the Los Angeles Lakers, and the New York Knicks swept the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, I got this ready before the Lakers lost.
So the Knicks are waiting for the winner of the Cavaliers and the Pistons. Before the series started, I picked the Cavaliers to win in 6. I'm a stick with the pick. Not feeling strong about the pick at all, because I watching this series. Cleveland, they can win every home game. The problem is game 7 is in Detroit, so they're gonna have to at some point in time win a road game. Cleveland they had 7-game series, and so they played 11 games. They're undefeated at home. They're 0 on the road. Cavaliers have not won a road game this postseason. So I think that series will go 7 games, and I think the home court, even though I picked Cleveland, me being unbiased, just watching the games, I think Detroit wins in 7. Now, the one series that's left in the Western Conference, San Antonio and Minnesota. San Antonio, even with Wemby getting ejected in Game 4, I felt like they let a golden opportunity go by getting up 3-1, because they really could have ended the series Game 5 tonight, but they won't. But they obviously they can't, because they lost Game 4. I expect the Spurs to win Game 5, and I expect the Spurs to win the next 2 games. I think the Spurs will close Minnesota out in 6. And then that means we'll get Oklahoma City and San Antonio, the matchup we probably all want to see in the West. And in the East, we should get Detroit and New York, the New York Knicks.
You want to give any predictions?
Based
on what you think will happen, just like you just said.
If that matchup goes fair, I think Oklahoma City beats San Antonio in 7. And I think the Knicks beat Detroit in 6.
All
So I think it'll be OKC and the Knicks and the
Yeah.
NBA.
And we'll hold off on the final prediction because we'll have you on, of course, before that.
I mean, I could change my mind on the
That's
West
true,
Coast,
but
yeah. So I'm just right now just watching them play.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma City. Sam Presti, man. Listen, I think the days of trying to build a team where you got 2 or 3 superstars on one team, you can't do it that way. You got to build a team right. You got to build it through the draft. You got to build it organically. That's why I was watching the show earlier. That's why this is the biggest draft in Washington Wizards history. Like, they got to make sure they nail this number 1 pick right, because they not only can set them up for now, but it also can set them up for the future.
Who you got? AJ DeBosa? Is that the pick?
I would take AJ DeBosa. That would be my number 1 pick. I would give a slight. To me, it's between 3 guys: AJ DeBosa, Darren Peterson, and Caleb Wilson. I think Caleb Wilson from North Carolina. You know, I'm not the biggest North Carolina fan, but I judge basketball talent off being unbiased, just watching the game. Man, Caleb Wilson can hoop. He played. He's your model. He's your typical modern day NBA player. 6'9", 6'10", can put the ball on the floor, can shoot threes, can obviously get to the basket, got a mid-range jump shot, long, athletic. He'll have to get a little bigger, have to learn how to play NBA type defense. But he has the size, he has the frame that you can think, okay, he should be able to adapt, and with the right coaching, be able to play good NBA defense. He already has an offensive game, so I like Caleb Wilson.
Did you just describe AJ DeBosa?
Yeah, but I think Caleb Wilson, to me, might have a little bit more upside than AJ DeBosa, in my opinion. I think Caleb Wilson wasn't necessarily even used right at North Carolina.
Some fans care about this. I'm not saying. Oh wait, hold on. We got breaking news. Hold on. Breaking hockey news from our hockey guys. Sabres just scored. They're up 1-0. Yeah. All right. Fans. Some fans care about this. I don't necessarily think it means anything. But if you watch when they announced the Wizards had to pick, he didn't look happy at all. Do you put anything into that? I did notice it. I saw it myself. I saw it. I was like, he don't look thrilled, but I don't know if that means anything.
I think if you put him on a lie detector test, he'd rather go number 2 than number 1 because he gets to stay in Utah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: if Utah can find a way to get Caleb Wilson at number 2, man, look out. Utah coming. They already got Lauri Markkanen. They traded most people because they did this and people slept on. They drafted Ace Bailey last season. Yeah, shout out to Midnight Rider. Caleb Wilson is higher.
He says ceiling is higher. That's why we fired Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis. Wow.
Hubert, what did I say? Yeah.
Hubert needed to recruit more 5-stars than just 1 5-star. That's the problem. But go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, my point is about AJ DeBosa would much rather stay in Utah. So I'm not. I don't think that's a bad. I don't think it's not overwhelming. But if you look at Utah, like I said, Utah gonna be nice. Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Jaren Jackson Jr., Keon George, excuse me. I think it's Keontae or Keon. One of them. You got a George there. You got Ace Bailey there. Man, that Utah team, whoever they draft at number 2, they definitely gonna be. They're gonna move on up in the Western Conference next year for sure.
Question. If, and it's a very, 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 very big if the Jazz make the Wizards an offer, a Godfather offer that they can't refuse, should the Wizards take it?
So what's a Godfather offer?
An offer you can't refuse.
A certain player, a certain pick?
Yeah, that's
I'm just saying. It could be, I mean, of course they would slide down to number 2, but what players, if you were the Jazz and you really wanted AJ, you really wanted him, you call the Wizards up, say, look, you can have our pick and we'll throw in what?
Well, if I'm the Jazz, I would throw in picks because I don't have to give up a player. So I would try to be throwing maybe 2 or 3 unprotected picks. If they really believe in DeBosa, I would do that because the lottery is changing. We all know the rules. They're gonna flatten out the odds. So I would do that. And I think Utah, like I said, I think Utah is a sleeping giant in the West.
My man. Oh, put Richie Bates back up here.
Yeah.
My man Richie Bates said, I think Utah got a couple years before they be nice. The West is tough.
The West
He
is
spelled
tough.
the TU-double-F.
I disagree. So when you say nice, you mean like compete for a championship? Yeah, they got a couple years for that. But to make the play-in, the Jazz can make the play-in next year. Portland made it this year. The Clippers made it. The Warriors made it.
The Golden State Warriors made it. I mean, come on.
Those are older teams. So
Is that a shot?
No, I mentioned the Clippers and the Warriors.
So, no, I threw it in as a shot.
That's for you right there. That's for Richie Bates right there, y'all.
Oh, here, LA time?
LeBron.
Hey, LeBron.
Richie Bates. Yeah. Look at that, Richie Bates.
He didn't comment earlier. He might have just came in.
Oh,
so
yeah. What's your thing about should getting swept count against you as being the GOAT? Not one. Hold up. Let me do it in my LeBron voice. Not one, not two, not three, but getting swept 4 times in your career. Should that count against you as the GOAT? Put you in the GOAT conversation, or it don't matter?
I would say that, as I said last week on the show, I'll answer this question 2 different ways. So, as far as the GOAT conversation is your favorite player. I said that last week on the show. That's what this is turning into. So that's fine. Like I don't really get it. I can't debate you that your favorite player is not who you think he is, because that's your favorite player. So for me, I don't really care for in how I look at the GOATs. I don't care if you get swept. Shaquille O'Neal been the most swept superstar. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll just say it like this. Like, I'll take Shaq. If you don't have to take Shaq. I'll take Shaq on my team. I will build a team around Shaquille O'Neal. I've seen it done. The man won 4 championships in his career. So yeah, I don't really.
I was just saying that because LeBron fans were like, oh, Jordan got swept. LeBron got swept twice as much.
But again, I'm sorry. Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. I got to put this comment up because Leroy joked about this earlier in the show, and then one of his guys made this exact. So I got to put it up here. Go ahead and read it, Leroy. Read it out loud.
It's like, how much do you expect?
I
don't even have to finish it because I told you it was coming. I told you it was coming.
So for me,
I told you.
Sorry,
but when he wins, he's 41 and he's 23rd season. You see, but there's no other player who would. So when he loses, what you expect, man? He's 41 years. Come on, dog.
For me, the GOAT conversation is your favorite player. That's to me what it is.
My favorite player is Steph, and I know he's not the GOAT.
That's why at the end of the show we agreed it was D Brown, my favorite player.
Let me say this. You can say that, and you know he's not the GOAT. That's fine. I'm not starting. You put Steph Curry in conversations, quite frankly, that he don't even belong in.
Well, you have him pretty high, I think, compared to. Don't you got him like 7 or 8, Curry?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people do. So that's why I'm not saying he is or not.
Some people say people are putting up. If you listen to Carmelo Anthony and people like that, and Shaq. They putting him in the top 5.
No. That's fine. But Shaq is disqualified because he said his favorite player is who? Steph Curry. That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I decipher real conversations from this is my favorite player type conversation. I'm just going to name it this. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people have this. For example, LeBron James got swept. We get it. Listen, I came on not your platform last week. I came on Sidelines. I was on Nothing But Net on last one. I bought a broom out. Like, I'm the first person that bought a broom out, a real live broom, not some image. I had a broom beside me and said that the Lakers were getting swept. I'm not surprised they're getting swept. They played a better team. The Thunder's 13th man is better than the Lakers' 2nd man. So, like, yeah, they're not going to win. Like, I understand that. To me, just me, I'm not going to drag someone down because they got swept. Listen, if LeBron's your favorite player, if LeBron James is your favorite player yesterday at 7 o'clock, he's your favorite player today at 7 o'clock. So you're not going to take no, like, you're not going to be upset that he got swept. For Michael Jordan fans, Michael Jordan got swept twice by the Celtics. It was a 3-0 series, but he still got swept. Getting swept is you don't win a game in a series. If Michael Jordan
it's easier to get swept in a 5-game series than a 7-game series.
I'm not saying anything disagreeing with that. What I'm saying, you can't debate. If you don't win a game in a series, you got swept, whether it's a 5-game series or a 7-game series. So again, what I'm saying is very simply this. If Michael Jordan was your favorite player yesterday at 7:30, He's your favorite player today at 7:30. That's what I'm saying. That's what the GOAT conversation has turned into. My favorite player is this player, so I'm going to rep for this player.
That's what my dad did.
I'll tell you who's never been swept. Steph Curry.
Hold on, real quick, Josh, before you get out of here, because my uncle put a good thing up here. So do we think the Bucks try to make a big move and use Giannis as bait, or
no? Nah, man. I think the ship has.
You think he stays in Milwaukee?
No, I think the ship has sailed. Giannis,
meaning that nobody's going to give up big for him.
Huh?
You don't think anybody's going to give up something like the Wizards wouldn't give up the first pick?
No. Why would they do that? Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I would never do that. I think Giannis will be on another team next season. I don't know what team he'll be on. I'll just throw some teams out real quick. I can see the Houston Rockets trading for him. That does not involve Kevin Durant. Put that out there. So I can see the Rockets trading for him. I can see the Warriors giving everything they could. To me, I said this on Highly Opinionated. That episode comes out tomorrow. The two biggest there were three losers of the NBA draft lottery: the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heat, and the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers traded for Vincent Zubac. That pick went to the Clippers. Now the Clippers got new life with that fifth pick. The Clippers got a very interesting offseason. Kawhi Leonard got 1 year left on his deal. They already told you they wanted to go young. They traded a 35-year-old for a 25-year-old, James Harden for Darius Garland. And they got the fifth pick. So they can really go young. And they done with the Paul George trade. So all them, I think maybe they have one more pick swap with the Thunder. But after that, they're done with that. So now all their assets is their assets. With the Heat and the Warriors, the reason why that they lost the NBA draft lottery, their picks were basically slided where they were. So they stayed 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, something like that. They stayed in that range. If the Warriors could have moved up to, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say the Warriors would have moved up in the top 4. They're not going to draft. We already seen them with Jonathan Kuminga and Wiseman. They don't draft and develop well. So they was going to trade that pick. Now the Bucks could have had the 4th pick and the 10th pick. That's how you build your team. You get what I'm saying? That's how you build your team up to go along with who you trade, who hypothetically the Warriors would have traded to them. So it's going to be a usual cast of characters trying to get Giannis, but I actually think, like I said, I think Houston has the best offer for him.
Well, the Warriors got the 11th pick, and I think the last time they had the 11th pick, they picked somebody named Klay Thompson. That kind of worked out pretty good, you know.
Yeah, that worked out. Bob Myers is going to get more credit for his makes than misses. But he got some misses in there too. So again, you can draft Klay Thompson, you can draft Steph Curry, but you also can draft James Wiseman. You also can draft Moses Moody. So again, my point is that at the end of the day, Brandon Pozinski. So again, who are solid players, but to me never lived up to what they should be. So
Brandon Pozinski, he's rising. What are you talking about?
Oh, he rising? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. On that team. Go ahead.
Real quick, we got out of here because it's 40. We got to go. It's our new wacky bit that we do on this show. We get big comments right as we about to sign off. Our buddy Anthony, who wasn't here last week, which was our weird.
Anthony, where were you last week?
But for me, it's BS as a Heat fan that the NBA didn't penalize Charlotte for not telling Miami about the whole investigation with Terry Rogers. That's probably a lot to talk about. So we don't really have time to get into that. We'll cover that next week. Sorry, Anthony. I'm sure you're getting ready for the Tuesday night flight. And then one last thing from your boy. Your Warriors is a good drafting team. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was kissing ass. I wouldn't have put it up there, but
he's trolling me. He don't mean.
Yeah, he
don't mean. So one last before you get out of here, where does Queen James end up?
Oh,
LeBron James. I'm gonna respect that, brother. I think LeBron. I don't know. I can't answer that right now.
There he is, right? Hold on, put that back up there.
There he is.
That's him in green, ain't it?
Real quick before you plug and we get out of here, do you think he'll play next year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's not retiring. Why would he retire? Nah, he still can play. He still gets attention. LeBron likes attention. Everybody knows
he gets a lot of attention.
So yeah, he definitely will play. But yeah, as far as where he will play at, I have no idea. I would love to be able to come back on the show and let you guys know. I do think just quickly before we plug and get up out of here.
Yeah, real quick.
The Knicks could be an option if they don't win the championship. Obviously, the Cavaliers could be an option. The Warriors could be an option. I'm sure somebody. I'm sure somebody.
Hell no.
Hey, fly guy. I would love for LeBron to go to the Warriors. That would make
Hell no.
It would be good for the show.
That would make my heart. That would make my heart.
Hell no.
Say something nice about
all right, plug and take us out of here before we get in trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is that Lee Ice or me? My bad. I don't want to mess it up.
No, plug. You plug your show real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, work on a show called Highly Opinionated with the best people in the game. Shout out to Raw. Shout out to JG. Shout out to Tim. We drop a new episode this Wednesday, tomorrow. I look forward to that. Also, tomorrow night on this network, you can catch me, C. Perry, Uncle Ben. I don't want to call him Uncle Ben. Shout out to the Midnight Rider and JG. We'll all four of us be together again for nothing but net. We had fun last week, so we're gonna do it again tomorrow, man. So subscribe to us, Highly Opinionated on YouTube, and make sure you stay here locked into the Sideline Junkie Podcast Network.
Don't even comment on that, Leroy. Just let the people read it. Take us out of here.
Richie Bates, come back next week. I got a whole lot more. What Mr. T tell Rock? Got a lot more, baby. All right, HOJ, brother, I love you.
Love you too, baby.
All right. We leave you like we always leave you. For Richie Bates, we telling you to come on back. And everybody else, whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it, because it's the best thing going. For the Fly Guy, I'm your favorite Uncle Lee Ice. We are out of here, y'all.